My friends out there, how is everybody tonight? It is I, Blossom, and this is my vlog. So welcome aboard. So you guys, tonight I've got something on my mind that I kind of want to talk to you guys about, and I'm sure that many of you out there can relate to it. The topic I want to talk about is self-esteem. Self-esteem is the topic. Now, I know many of you out there have had self-esteem issues throughout the years of your life growing up, and everybody has a certain way of overcoming your self-esteem issues. You know, it's really difficult to talk about, but I feel like I need to get this off my chest and maybe be at peace with myself and maybe talk about some of my self-esteem issues as a trans woman. Um, Growing up, one issue for me was definitely my height. Surprisingly, I'm 6'3", but growing up, I was always one of the taller kids in the class, and I was always picked on because I'm tall and lanky, and it used to bother me as a kid. I was often bullied because of it. I was always accused of not having enough food at the house because I'm so skinny, and I was called horrible names like Skinny Benny, and oh gosh, because I walk on my tiptoes. I was also called DJ Bounce a lot, so I do bounce when I walk because I'm a toe walker. I walk on my tiptoes. Um, you know, Growing up, those little things were so much harder to deal with. Pre-transitioned, and I think I never truly got over that. And I guess it kind of still carries with me through adulthood, and especially since I've transitioned. That's definitely something that still bothers me to this day. Now that I'm transitioned, it's like, you know, my physical features. You know what I mean? The fact that I'm tall, my booty, my hips, my face, cheekbones, everything. Like, it just it's so complicated when you're a trans woman transitioning. When trans women like me want to become our authentic selves, there's so much that we have to go through. Of course, you know about the hormones and the counseling and everything like that. But our physical transition is what we're so focused on, where we tend to turn more to cosmetic surgery. Is there anything wrong with that? Absolutely not. That's just a way of how we handle things. But what leads us to those things are our self-esteem issues, because our goal is to be that most passable person, that most passable woman that we could be in society, as society will supposedly accept us more that way than you know, just getting out there. And as for me, I've always struggled with that since adulthood because that's when I first started transitioning. With me, it's about, oh, you're nothing but a man in a wig with a wig on, and you're too tall to be a woman, and you need this, you need that, you need better clothes, you need this, and it was just so much for me. And I've learned, and don't get me wrong, it's always going to be a learning process when it comes to being who you want to be. If you're transitioning from a man to a woman, learning the right makeup tips, the right clothes to wear, the right hair to wear, it's just so much you have to learn. And I was okay with learning that. And as time has gone on, I've realized my self-esteem has built up because of it. But there's still some things on me to this day that still wears me down. When I look at some of these other trans women who are passable, and they want to flaunt the fact that they're passable, and it's their business and they're more than welcome to do what they want. But I don't get that passable card because everybody knows that I'm trans, and I've learned to accept that now. Don't get me wrong, I've learned to accept who I am now, because one thing about me, I'm going to always tell you that I'm trans, especially if I'm dating someone and they're kind of uneasy, kind of unsure about things. I always make that my business to personally tell, because they deserve that right. But, when I look at my physical features now, I'm just like, oh, sometimes I get depressed because, oh my gosh, I'm so toned. My arms, I have big, broad shoulders. Oh gosh, my face, I could use a little bit of facial feminization surgery. There's just so much going on with me right now. You know what I mean? And it's so weird because when we look at people, we always think sometimes that they have it all together, but we don't realize that, hey, sometimes they're human too, and they don't always have it together. And me as a person, I can't always say that I have it together, but I'm proud of the person that I'm wanting to become. I'm proud of where I am today, and I want to go further. It's just that I have to get over some barriers, and for me, self-esteem is one of those barriers. I look up to people like Laverne Cox, who, by the way, is such an inspiration to me. She's from Alabama. I'm from Mississippi. She's tall. I'm tall. Like, and she's toned in the right places. I'm toned in places, and I look up to other trans women like her. For that strength to hold my head high and to continue living my life and continue moving forward. It's hard, but I have to bring those inner feelings out and express them any way that I can, because if I keep them built inside, it's going to hurt me in the long run. you know and so anyone who has self-esteem issues, I want to tell you that it's okay to like who you are. Like yourself for you. If you feel like you need to change something on you, you do it for the right reasons. Don't do it because somebody else says, oh, you're too fat, you're too skinny, you need this, you need that. No. If you're going to make those kind of decisions, research, 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 because you never want to put anything in your body that you can't take away. You never want to do that. And if you are happy with who you are, honey, live your life. More power to you, honey. I promise. Oh, maybe you could teach me something on that. But I think we all have something that we want to change in our lives. Um, Maybe if your nose, like if my nose is really, really big, it's really, really wide, and I would love rhinoplasty to kind of like trim it down a little bit. But I'm learning to own my flaws and the things that I feel that are wrong with me or whatever. If I take, some pictures on me don't come out right, and I get called ugly a lot, believe it or not. I try to ignore it, but it's really hard sometimes because there are some days where I do feel like I'm ugly. Right now I'm not wearing any makeup. I took all of that off. The only thing that's still left on me are my eyelashes, but these aren't going anywhere. I can tell you that now. But I'm happy with myself, but then again, I'm not. And I think we're all able to make self improvements on ourselves. Definitely. I'm one of those people, and I'm willing to do that, but I just got to build up my self esteem. And so, I'm curious to know from any of you out there, if you're having self-esteem issues, what are they? I totally just want to know that, because I know I'm not alone out there. And so if you're watching this video, either you can comment below, or you can tweet me, Instagram me, Facebook me, whatever, and let me know, what do you struggle with? I really want to know. Right now, that is something that I struggle with. My physical transition, into being that perfect woman that I want to be. Well, not necessarily perfect, but just a decent looking woman that I desire to be. So Let me know your thoughts. Okay? And keep looking for nursing school updates. I'm going to keep them on here. And honey, there's going to be more topics I just kind of like want to just throw out there and be a free spirit about and just talk about. And so, you guys, please stay in touch. I love y'all. Thank you for watching this video. And remember, comment. I totally want to know. Talk to you later.